Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad. Today I'll be talking to Chris Duhrkoop, who is the Executive Director of Share in the Joy in Las Vegas. Coming up on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
A power line is more than a power line. It's maintaining the bottom line for small businesses. It's keeping the assembly line moving for our workforce. For our brightest minds, it's meeting a deadline. It's on the front line with our heroes. And on the sidelines of the biggest games. It's a direct line to our loved ones. And it's a lifeline for the most vulnerable. There's a lot on the line.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
'25 is bringing big changes for Nevada businesses. If you have more than 5 employees and have been operating for 3 years or more, you must now comply with new state retirement plan mandates. The Vegas Chamber 401k plan makes it easy, offering a proven, customizable, and cost-effective plan for employers and employees to save with tax advantages. Visit vegaschamber.com to explore options and see how the Vegas Chamber can help you start saving for your future.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad, and I'm talking today to the Executive Director of Share in the Joy out of Las Vegas, called Chris Duhrkoop. Did I say that right, Chris?
You did, thank you.
Duhrkoop. That's a cool name, so we think it's Dutch, huh?
Yes.
Very cool. Well, welcome, Chris. It's the first time you've been on Nevada Newsmakers. Glad to have you.
Randi, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, tell me a little bit about what is Share in the Joy?
Well, Share in the Joy is a local Las Vegas nonprofit. We've been around for about 3 years, and our mission is to serve children. We serve children in foster care, children whose families have been affected by domestic violence, and children whose families are experiencing homelessness and housing insecurity. We are the fiscal nonprofit partner for Clark County Family Services, serving all children in foster care here in Clark County. But we're not simply a charity providing services. We have a framework which guides everything we do. So our belief is that healing happens through connection and reciprocity.
So what is reciprocity? I understand the connection part, but what's the reciprocity?
Well, every child is born with an innate capacity for reciprocity, which is the healthy balance between receiving care and giving care, being helped and helping others. So trauma disrupts that balance. Our mission is help to restore that in children by giving them something meaningful to contribute. So most nonprofits are exceptional about meeting needs and providing resources for kids, but we also ask the question, how do we help a child discover that they still have something meaningful to give? So trauma often convinces children that they're broken, that, hey, you know what, something bad happened to you, so now you're someone that needs something given to them in order to survive. We don't believe that. Our job is to help them rediscover that they still have something valuable inside of them to give, things like kindness and creativity, leadership, compassion, those types of things. The moment a child realizes they have something of value to offer somebody else, that's when real healing begins. And they begin to see, they begin to see themselves differently.
Well, that makes total sense. When you feel like somebody's listening to you, when you feel like you have something to contribute, you feel like you're a better part of society.
More connection, more connected, for sure.
So why do you feel there's a need for a nonprofit to support a government agency? I mean, we always look at these government agencies as, like family services, child protective services, but they can't really do it all themselves, can they?
No, and these, don't get me wrong, the agencies we work with, they're all very good at what they do. They provide some much needed resources, everything from, schooling, tutoring, transportation to and from their home schools, clothing, food resources. They have opportunities for the kids to um, get resources as they age out of care and housing resources and all of that. But what we're doing is we're just giving. We're giving these kids these resources, and we're not allowing them to do things on their own sometimes. And I think that's a concern. We should be concerned about that. And so, what we try to do is we come in and we provide the kids opportunities to not only give, but to also give back, convince them that they truly have something inside of them worthy of giving and sharing. And that's going to help their self-esteem. And that's going to help them as they transition out of care into adulthood.
So what are your programs like? I mean, are there activities that kids get involved in? I mean, what's kind of walk me through a day of being a kid and sharing the joy.
Well, we all of our all of our events have programs within them. Every single thing we do is rooted in reciprocity, whether it's Joy's Caring Crew, where the kids are making sandwiches and to give back to the community, whether it's we have an adoption station that we work with the Henderson Silver Knights with, and they provide stuffed animals through their Lucky's lunch, and we use those stuffed animals so that the kids can adopt them and give love, and so it's part of building that reciprocity and healing that trauma that they've been exposed to.
How are you seeing the increase in Las Vegas? What kind of increases are you seeing in the family services programs? Is it parents going to jail? Is it just regular just growth of a community that is allowing these families to just kind of break apart?
I truly think that the the numbers are staggering. We have about 3,200 children in foster care just in Las Vegas, and that's not even including kinship. When you add those numbers in, we're at almost 20,000 kids. So what's happening is these kids are going into foster care, and there's not enough foster families to house them. Currently at Child Haven, which is the emergency shelter here in Clark County, there's over 100 children in that facility. 100 children, almost 50 of them are under 6 years old. These are kids just waiting placements, and the numbers are staggering. Clark County right now has an initiative where they're trying to expedite the foster care pro. If you're interested in becoming a foster parent, they've expedited the process. Instead of 8 weeks, they now have it under 2 weekends, so you can become a foster parent certified in 2 weeks. They didn't reduce the amount of time, they've just extended it. So now it's a full Saturday and a full Sunday over 2 weeks instead of a few hours spread out over 8 weeks. And hopefully that'll help convince families to look into becoming a foster parent. And it's not just becoming a foster parent. You could also be a CASA volunteer, the court appointed special advocates for these kids. If you don't have the home or the space to become a foster parent, a CASA volunteer is an excellent way to help these kids and change their life, make a difference in their life.
We definitely need more parents to adopt, to foster, and to do CASA. Those are really 3 great programs. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Meet Nevada Health Link, Nevada's official health insurance marketplace. Your link to savings, selection, free assistance, and name brand health insurance, where 90% of enrollees lower the cost of their monthly premium. Everyone deserves access to quality health coverage, no matter your income or family size. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com. A few minutes could save you hundreds of dollars per month.
Nevada Health Link. Our plans are made for your plans.
Life just feels harder these days. Our governor, Joe Lombardo, gets that. That's why he's fighting to improve lives right here in Nevada. We want to provide for our families. Governor Lombardo cut regulations that help bring over 84,000 new jobs here, while also fighting to lower the cost of housing. and his crime bills have made our neighborhoods and schools safer. We can't control the global economy, but Governor Lombardo is fighting to improve lives here in Nevada. Thank you, Governor Lombardo.
This summer, all roads lead to Tamarack Casino for trucks or bucks. Win up to $5,000 in cash every week. Buckle up and win a brand new Tundra or up to $45,000 in cash. Shift the winning and your good times into high gear at Tamarack Casino.
Welcome to Story County, where history meets innovation, and a pioneering spirit continues to shape our future. At the heart of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, we power the future with global leaders in technology and manufacturing, driving progress that reaches far beyond our county lines. From advanced manufacturing to tech innovation, our industries are creating thousands of quality careers, fueling a vibrant economy that benefits every Nevadan. But it's more than just growth. Our community is our foundation, supporting families, empowering local initiatives, and creating a place where everyone belongs. Be part of a legacy built on bold ideas and boundless possibilities. Join us in building a brighter future right here in Story County. Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
At Nevada Urban Indians in Reno, your health is our priority. Our medical clinic welcomes everyone. We accept all insurances, ensuring quality care is within reach. Nevada Urban Indians, your partners in health.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad, and we're talking to Chris Duhrkoop, who's the Executive Director of Share in the Joy out of Las Vegas. So, Chris, you touched on Child Haven. Why don't you tell me about what is Child Haven?
Well, Child Haven is an emergency shelter here in Clark County. It's a place where children are placed once they've been removed from their homes due to abuse, neglect, or a loss of parent. If the county can't find a fictive kin or kinship placement immediately for them, they're placed at this emergency shelter. It's intended for kids to stay 24 to 72 hours until that placement is found. Unfortunately, we have kids that have been there for months. Some of the older teens that are harder to place, the kids that are neurodivergent, a little harder where the families don't have the training or capacity to take those kids on. Those kids are living in an emergency shelter. So that's Child Haven.
Are there resources out there? Like up in Reno, we have the Eddy House, which is actually more for homeless kids. But are there if you can't get a child into foster care quickly, is there another alternative than just this emergency shelter?
There are some foster agencies I work with. Robin Bell is a deputy director over at Child Haven, and she's doing an excellent job. She's been in place in that position for about 9 months, and she's really working on bringing in resources, getting activities for these kids to do that gets them off campus, bringing in resources to Child Haven to support these kids. But it's got to be, she can't do it alone. It's got to be a community effort, and that's where we come in.
So you're a nonprofit. Do you get support from Clark County? Do you get support from the state or the federal government, or also do you take donations?
We do take donations. Currently, we haven't. We're still pretty new. We're 3 years young, so we don't. We're 100% volunteer based at this point. The idea is to grow. That'd be great to find some of that money. But no, right now we're 100% volunteer based.
Wow, that's amazing. So you're talking about the connection, and I love the word reciprocity. I think it's kind of an interesting thing. But what do you see? How do you see a child who's been in an emergency shelter for 2 days, let alone 2 months? How are you able to kind of get them out and connected with the community when they just feel like they've been deserted? I imagine there's a lot of just kids that just feel like they're not loved.
Randy, and if you think about it, these kids are taken from their homes. This is probably the most traumatic thing that they've ever experienced. And then they're placed at Child Haven where they don't know anybody. They're placed in rooms with kids that have been through their own traumas, possibly worse traumas than they've been through, and they're exposed to all these different things. So I'm glad you asked about connection. There's this little boy named Alex I'd like to tell you about. He was at Child Haven for about 3 days. He's 10 years old, and he was there for 3 days before he was placed at St. Jude's Ranch for children out in Boulder City. Well, we work with St. Jude's Ranch, and we work with Texas Roadhouse. We provide dinners for those kids once a month at their Kids Day. And back in October, our very first Sharing the Joy Day, Alex was there. And Texas Roadhouse sponsored it. They brought in food for the kids, and it was just a day of connection. We play games with them. We sit down at the dinner table with them and talk to them about their day, things like that. We had Critical Care Comics bring in the superheroes. It was a fun day of connection. Well, 6 months later, back in April, just a couple months ago, Alex comes into Texas Roadhouse, and I happen to be there because it's Kids Day, and I'm serving popcorn on behalf of Sharing the Joy because we got the kids from St. Jude's Ranch coming in. And Alex comes in, and he comes up to me, and goes, "Hey, do you remember me?" I was like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" He goes, "I got to show you something." He takes me out to the front lobby of Texas Roadhouse, and in their lobby, they got a sign, a poster that Alex had signed as part of one of the kids that were there as a thank you to Texas Roadhouse. He pointed out his name on that poster. And, there's 6 other kids in his cottage at St. Jude's Ranch. Alex is a celebrity, right? They're like, "How'd you get your name up there?" And it was just, here he is, 6 months after the most traumatic period of his life, taken from his home, placed at Child Haven. He was there just for a few days. We were there for 2 hours. And in that 2 hours, we were able to provide enough connection and joy to where he was able to circle back around 6 months later at a random restaurant in Henderson and see that poster connect not to the trauma of being taken from his home, but to the joy we provided at our Sharing the Joy Day. And that's what that day's about.
That's amazing. That is really amazing to see that it can be just something so simple as just a new memory, creating a happier memory. Yeah, that is amazing. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back so we can both stop crying. We'll be right back after this.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
The trucking industry is the most resilient link in the supply chain. And for over 90 years, the Nevada Trucking Association has been the voice for the men and women in the trucking industry. From Carson City to Washington, D.C., we advocate for policies to protect our trucking companies and keep commerce flowing. Because Nevada's and America's prosperity is tied to trucks. There's nothing without trucking.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
Light up your July at the Carson Valley Inn. Win up to $25,000 in the All-American Progressive giveaways. $1,500 winner guaranteed each drawing night. And $30,000 in grand prize giveaways. Only at the Carson Valley Inn.
We're the Peters family, 2 combat veterans, our daughter Elle, and our Liberty Dogs puppy in training, Cooper.
Cooper will grow up to be a life-changing companion to a veteran with visible or invisible challenges.
We're helping Cooper build focus and confidence so he's ready to support his veteran.
And we know he will help bring happiness and independence to his veteran's life.
So join us, become a puppy raiser, and change lives, one puppy at a time.
You're in trouble with the law. It's easy to think you'll lose everything, but there is hope. I'm attorney Orrin Johnson. Your first step is to hire a serious attorney with the experience to successfully navigate the legal system for you.
Sometimes hope means addiction treatment instead of jail, and making sure you're treated fairly.
Sometimes hope means fearless trial attorneys will stand up to the government when they get it wrong. Call or text Orrin Johnson Law.
We'll make a plan.
You'll take back your life.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad, and I'm talking with Chris with the Share in the Joy Foundation down in Las Vegas. So you talked about a Share in the Joy Day. Why don't you tell me about some kind of what does that day look like, and what do you get accomplished in that day?
Really, it's like I said, it's about connections, connecting with the kids. They bring in the little kids first, and it's a day of fun and games and things like that. And then they bring in the teens. The kids leave, bring in the teens. We bring in resources for the kids, the older teens that are going to help them as they transition out of care. We bring in Shiro to work with the girls, and we've had a couple girls identify as having been trafficked there at Child Haven. So it's they're an organization we work with. We've hosted our first ever job fair a couple months ago. We had 9 companies come in that were sensitive to their situation and offered real interviews to give these kids an opportunity to get their jobs. But I think the most important thing that's come out of Sharing the Joy Day is our food handlers certification program. Back when we started this, we really wanted to provide resources for kids. One of the biggest barriers of them getting jobs is not having that food handler certification. Because if you're in foster care, your placements change, like so many different things work against you from obtaining that food handler's card. So I called Southern Nevada Health and I said, hey, we would love for you to come down to Child Haven, do it once a month, do training. And they said, no. And I said, well, I don't think you understand. Let me talk to somebody else. I talked to 3 different people. Finally, the third person, super helpful. Everybody's really nice, but super helpful. The third person, she said, you know what you could do is you could develop your own food handlers training program. And if we approve it, then you can offer the training to these kids and they can get a certification to get their food handler's card. So that's, Randy, that's what we did. It took 9 months. We have 20 video modules. We've got a handbook that goes with it. It was approved last month by Southern Nevada Health District. And now we can offer food handler certification for kids in foster care on site, not just at Child Haven, but at Safi, at Foster Kinship, St. Jude's Ranch, anywhere where there's children in foster care, we can go in and provide training to get them their card. As of today, we have 19 kids that have taken our food handler certification training program and passed.
Oh, that's awesome. And the way you're cooperating with all of the other agencies helping kids, it's nice to see. I always get concerned about just we're duplicating the effort, but it sounds like you are really kind of reaching out and finding how you can make this connection, but also bringing stability to their life. So it's great that you're working with so many other nonprofits.
You know what, Randy, if we work together, the impact that we have that we can make isn't double, it's exponential. And so it's very important that we all work together to support these kids.
Yeah. Oh, that's just great. So I understand you have a Holly Joy event. Sounds like a signature event. Why don't you kind of explain that to me?
Well, the Holly Joy event started with 34 kids back in 2022. It's grown to 466 last year. What it is, it's just about giving kids an opportunity to give and give back. They come in, they're paired with a personal shopper. The personal shopper says, hey, who are the important people in your life? And then the kids are able to shop for those people, for their loved ones. And we wrap the presents. IKEA gives us those big blue bags to put all the presents in. And when they leave, they have something to give. They're not just someone who needs something given to them at the holidays to make it magical. We share the other side of that. We also have a program that allows them to give back to the community. They can make sandwiches or dog toys or write cards to seniors and Meals on Wheels. And we really celebrate that and we focus in on that. And we make like, hey, how many sandwiches did you make? Well, I made 3 sandwiches. Did you know that there are 3 people that are going to have something to eat today because you took the time to make these sandwiches? And I just want to say thank you so much for doing that. And we do that in front of a group, and the DJs like got them up on stage. And so the kids, like when they realize that they did something to make a difference in somebody else's life, you can see the wheels turning. And that's the kind of healing that we focus on, the reciprocity piece.
Oh, that's just amazing. I mean, and if you feel like you're giving, you feel so much better about yourself.
Well,
They
and
really
how do we
do.
feel? Yeah, how do we
Yeah.
feel when we go to the food bank or we do the Thanksgiving line? We do that because it makes us feel good inside. These kids are in fight or flight. They don't have an opportunity to do those things, so we provide them with that opportunity. Because if they have a servant's heart, we want to light it on fire.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So Sharing the Joy is your name. What's the website?
Sharingthejoy.org
Okay.
is the website.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Chris, for doing what you're doing. You're making a difference in lives, and we really appreciate that.
Well, thank you for having me on the show, and I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about it.
You bet. Well, sharingthejoy.org. Check it out. Thank you so much. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
Welcome to the Ahern Hotel, where bold ambition meets unforgettable experiences. Feel your game day vibes and celebrate with great food at All-American Sports Kitchen, serving amazing flavors and fan favorites. Sip and savor at Aroma Barista Bar. Handcrafted coffee roasted to perfection. Step into the Ahern Live showroom, where concerts, comedy, and unforgettable performances light up the night. We also have the David Yule Art Gallery. It's the only one in the world, and his work is breathtaking. Browse the gift shop. It's a treasure trove of keepsakes, chic essentials, and one-of-a-kind finds. And the space. Almost 30,000 square feet of meetings and events areas ready for you. From weddings and birthdays to quinceañeras, trade shows, banquets, and beauty pageants. Bigger ideas? Let the Ahern team handle all the details so your event is flawless. Ahern Hotel, where moments become memories. Book your next gathering today.
Each day, the Children's Advocacy Alliance partners with leaders, legislators, and families across Nevada to improve children's health, education, economic well-being, and safety. We recognize Nevada will be no better than the state of its children. Be a part of this change. Be a supporter of the Children's Advocacy Alliance. For more information, go to caanv.org.
Mom! It happens. And when it does, there's UMC Quick Care.
Thank you for watching or listening to Nevada Newsmakers. Check us out anytime at NevadaNewsmakers.com. Thanks for watching.